Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where two street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzie's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzie Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And her riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the Dead Eels. They're fighting in the streets.
Ford ain't yours. We got here first.
Bring out the geezer.
We've been here 8 years. We ain't leaving!
When's your old man coming out to fight?
We've been making something for you, little eels!
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Crawl back to the river! You ain't a real gang! You're just a bunch of mudlarks!
Come on and fight! Or are you too busy making dresses?
Come on! Let's get this shit
Like
bastard! You'll sleep in the river mud. Somebody give me a hand! You can't fight for shit! Gonna feed you to the rat! Come on, let's get this guy! Choke on him! That's what happens when you tangle with a dead eel.
I admit, I'm stymied. I thought dragging it up out of the mud was all.
Me by. Welcome to the Draper's Ward Salvage and Resale, or the Black Market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Draper's Ward, all for sale.
Come on, let's get this guy.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness. Who are you? Are you with her?
With her?
Delilah. Are you with her? No, but you don't have any roses.
What can you tell me about Delilah?
I used to make clothing for the Caldwins, you see. I adored them, especially young, precocious Emily. She was such a delight. Did you ever meet the Empress? She was so special. And I was able to count her among my friends. I had a lock of hair from young Emily, a keepsake given to me by the family when my hands grew too stiff and clumsy to work the needle. I have treasured it so.
And Delilah?
She visited me here. Such a surprise to see her, all grown up, so serious. Did you know she was once a playmate of Jessamine's? Before she was Empress, when they were both little. I thought it was a cordial visit at first, but it turned frightening.
What happened?
She made things come out of the shadows, long and grasping. I could still feel the cold on my neck. I sound mad, don't I? Perhaps I am. She questioned me and left me propped in the corner like a bolt of cloth. I couldn't move for 3 nights. Well, she made the horrid markings you see now. Then she stole my only keepsake, my lock of hair from dear, sweet Emily. Ah, Emily, where are you? Damn that Corvo, and damn Dalila.
Wakefield's a hard man, but not as fun as Lizzie. I can't believe we're missing a royal party. Luxury. Sitting next to the river.
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Surprising me, Daud. Not long ago, I watched you kill an empress and steal her child for coin. For a man like that, you went through Coldridge Prison with an awfully soft touch. I wonder, are you hoping it will change the way things work out? Maybe. Maybe not. The song's almost over. And when the music stops, we all fall down.
Keep their damn
Time to signal Lizzie.
Busy Stride is assuming control of the dead eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield to be taken by the City Watch, and you followed him. Took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But the following people each owe me a finger. Logan, Douglas, Bang Bang, Ferris, Pigface, the Bakers, and Annabelle.
Shit.
2 from you, Annabelle. Have a good night. That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is. What's this one?
The geezer's about 100 years old by now. He's got it rigged so that if he dies, the whole place gets gassed. So they're real careful around him. Got him a nurse and everything. Maybe you can cut a deal for that engine coil. Turn on the charm. One of the Hatters gave me their door password in exchange for keeping the rest of his fingers. It's whalebone. I never got to use it on account of the gas. And being in jail.
Just be ready to move when I get back.
You really think the outsider ain't real? What'd I see Dowd do then?
Just because he can do strange things doesn't mean there's an invisible man watching us. I'll ask him how he does it.
Are you crazy? Don't you dare.
Don't make me take that away from you.
If you're looking for new recruits. No thanks. What? Huh?
Quiet in the city.
Almost out of bullets.
Almost like it used to be.
Try Jerome's in the apartment up there.
I heard he was a cheat. Let me just a few.
You get caught out with Let's come across the canal. No thanks.
What's the password?
Whalebone.
Come in, Hatter.
Sir, the Hatters are using the textile machines to make shrouds for the plague dead.
Now we know why they took the engine coil.
The man who runs the Hatters is more cunning than he looks. He can flood this place with a toxic gas. In time, it'll eat through our air filters. You may have to make a deal.
Who just went through here?
Just did. She had Corvo Otana with her. They weren't wearing no clothes.
Keep your hat on. I was just asking.
Just because you're in charge of the gate, don't mean the rest of us are idiots.
Yeah? Well, sit down.
Fine. I don't know why you're worried about nothing.
What should I bring to you? He says to undress, I undress. I have to keep this position. He says to bring a bottle, I bring it. to bring food, I bring food. He says to undress, I undress.
Herz dies.
My name's Дауда. I'm looking for Lizzie Stride's missing engine coil. I'm giving you a chance to make a deal.
Yes, sir. Very reasonable offer. Geezer here says you're in luck. We only need that engine coil because someone shut off the flow that turns our water wheel. I sent men into the sewers to restore the flow, and not one of them came back. But what stopped them won't be a problem for the famous Daud, will it? When the water flows, I'll give you the engine coil. Here's the key to the sewer entrance, and it's a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Daud. The Hatters will behave themselves, as long as you keep your end of the bargain, Daud.
She's auditioning for the Dunwall Opera.
More like the Golden Cat.
She caught that hatter easy enough.
That fool. What if Daud comes this way? He won't fall for a pretty face and a few tears.
Then so much for our little sister. But we'll make sure the job is done. said and done.
Why? She's afraid of us. When the change comes, she'll only want the weaker sisters nearby.
That makes no sense. From Delilah. Without
together, aren't you? It's not easy. Delilah's exceedingly bright. Her coven is rising, with her as the night star to guide them. Change is coming, and Delilah has a plan. But do you, Daud? And I don't mean stealing an engine coil or slitting an old man's throat. You're charging upriver, and I do believe you'll make it. But what will you do with what you find there?
You're not a weeper, are you? I think I can walk if you'll just help me up.
Whatever.
I almost had you, Daud. You could have had an easy death.
Tell me what Delilah's doing at Brigmore.
Why ask? When the change comes, you won't even notice. You'll never even know how we won. But when Delilah sits the secret throne, our reign will never end.
That's enough.
The gangs are at each other's throats. Daud is mired here.
Daud. Lurk told me you wouldn't give up. Even as she knelt before me and gave me all your secrets. I know what you're doing, Daud. I know what that mark on your hand is. Just like the one on mine. I know everything you can do, and it won't matter. 4 of us chosen, but history will only remember one. Delilah.
If they remember any of us. Done, but I don't think you'll see your men again.
Geezer says a deal's a deal. The code is 165.
To Delilah's throat. So be it. No fighting. Wonder how long that'll last.
Weird.
You are an endless source of adventure, Daud. Please, do the honors, Daud. Fire up the engine from the bridge.
The revolution will be live.
We have you take us to the end.